Savannah Highway.
Our mission will change from combat to support. By 2014, this process of transition will be complete, and the Afghan people will be responsible for their own security.
The country watched as the president said our troops will be coming home last night. There are thousands of troops located right here in the Low Country, and many in Charleston agree with the president's promise to bring them back.
I think we should pull out of there. I'm not going to solve their problems. It's my opinion.
It's been going on for a long time, so it'd be nice to have people home and it over, but I don't know if that's going to solve things just to have people home. I mean, I think the war will still be going on.
I think he should bring on the troops because they deserve to come home, especially after what happened to bin Laden and all that. He should come on. They should be able to come home, yeah.
But not everyone agrees with the president's plan. On our Facebook fan page, Daryl says, I would like to see our troops come home, but why pull out now? Should finish the job we were sent there for. Steve says, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm with the others saying it is a re-election ploy.
John Grzillo is a former Army Ranger, joins us now. John, thank you for coming on and talking to us. The president said he'd like to have 33,000 troops home from Afghanistan, U.S. troops, by the fall of next year. What do you think?
Bill, I think it's a tough position the president's in. He's put himself right between the left and the right politically, and people across the world are disagreeing with him. That might be an indicator that he made a good decision because he seems to have alienated everyone. Nobody seems to be totally happy with his plan. I think it's probably an appropriate move at this point. You know, our objectives in Afghanistan started out to be the interdiction of al-Qaeda's efforts out of Afghanistan.
Right.
And the other goal was to prevent any further strikes on our soil.
And to get bin Laden,
Bin Laden from the U.S. Yes, and to get bin Laden. So when you look at those objectives, they've been accomplished. And so I think to start the cessation of our combat troops fighting there is probably a reasonable measure.
You know, John, polls are showing over and over the American people are tired of this war in Afghanistan. It's been 10 years we've been there. Is it time maybe just to say, declare victory and just bring the troops home?
That essentially is the plan afoot. I think President Obama used the words to bring this to a reasonable conclusion.
Right.
It's probably a pretty good description. And again, you can define victory in terms of the early objectives that we just talked about,
right,
or the later objectives which include the social transformation of Afghan society. I don't think that's tenable. So I think if we say we've done what we can do, let's do a reasonable withdrawal.
Right.
That's held intact with good security to continue to protect our troops and the Afghani people. That's going to be success.
John Grzillo, always a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you.
All right.
And Bill just mentioned polls. The latest poll shows that 56% of Americans want our soldiers to come home right now. We asked you to weigh in on the hot topic on our website, live5news.com. 36% of you say the troops should be brought home faster. 21% of you say we'll lose the war if we pull out now, and 16% of you agree with the president's timeline. Up next in sports, it's draft night in the NBA, and one former Cougar could hear his name called. Kevin Bilodeau tells us who's being drafted and what it would mean for Andrew Galbach. That's coming up next.